I'm seeing my body changing. I'm not losing weight, I'm actually gaining weight, to be fair, but I'm seeing the body composition changing slightly with this 90-day wellness journey that I'm on. I started a 90-day wellness journey a few weeks ago, knowing that I'm not going to change my whole life in 90 days, but I'm going to start making improvements in my life because I wasn't happy. Things were really stressful. I wasn't taking care of myself enough, and I needed to kind of get out of this rut that I was in. I will link the previous 2 videos I've done in the description box below for you. You should go and check them out and actually follow the story along. But I needed to get out of the rut that I was in. So I started this 90-day wellness journey. I'm just updating you with what's going on, the new channel that's going to be coming out in the next few weeks, and everything else to go along with it. And just generally how I'm doing. If you don't know me, my name is Rachel. I'm a solo mum to one, and on this channel I talk everything frugal living, budgeting, mum life, and everything else in between. But right now I'm on this new wellness journey to help me feel good about myself as I slide into the perimenopause age. So I have split my wellness journey into 3 categories. Number 1 is movement, fitness, exercise, however you want to call it. I feel that maybe fitness and exercise can be quite intimidating for some people, especially if you've not done fitness for a very long time, or you're a complete newbie to it. I feel like movement is much better because all you've got to do to get started is move your body a little bit more. The next category was fueling, which is all my nutrition and what I'm eating to fuel my body rather than just to look good. It's more to fuel my body the right way. And then the third one was restoring, which is more about my energy, my stress, my sleep, and everything else that goes along with that kind of category there. So I split them into 3 categories, and I want to go through all 3 of them today and let you know how I'm getting on. So let's start with movement or fitness, exercise, however you want to call it. Now, I'm a trained fitness instructor and personal trainer and menopause coach. I haven't done it for a very long time because I took a big break when I had my son, and now I want to get back into it again. So I'm taking my refresher personal training course just so I can keep up to date with any changes that have been made. I last practiced my job and what I enjoy doing. So even though I took a break from actually doing personal training, I never stopped my fitness regime. I continued doing fitness since I was 18. I actually got my first job in a gym, and I've been training ever since, and I'm now 42. It has been up and down. If you know the channel, you know I've had an ED. So obviously things have been it's not been an easy path. It's been all chaotic and chaos, but I wanted to make sure that I was doing this correctly, using my skills, using my knowledge, and just being more aware of what I'm doing. So I used to just train 4 or 5 times a week, and I used to sometimes just hit play on YouTube and just do whatever there was. Sometimes I would make up my own. There was no structure, no regime, there was nothing really, and I kind of got bored and I didn't see any improvements in my body. So when I started this, I wanted to get a proper structure. So I now weight train 4 times a week. I do 2 full body workouts, and I do 1 upper body and 1 lower body workout. I also do yoga every single night, just 10 minutes just to stretch me out, and trust me, I need it. And this weekend I started a new workout while my son is playing football. Now the weather's getting warmer, I am training while he's playing football, so it kind of kills 2 birds in 1 stone. I'll go into that in a little bit. So that is basically what I'm doing. I'm training about 5-6 times a week, but one of them is really a stretch out one. It's more like an active recovery workout that I'm doing because I am sore. This solo mum is sore everywhere. I did invest in a few extra things. I do need to buy some more weights because the weights that I'm using are a little bit too light for me now. I need to go heavier, but I have to save the money to get the heavier weights. I am looking on Facebook Marketplace as well because that's a great place to get weights from if you are on a budget. So I am needing heavier weights at the moment, but I'm still doing what I'm doing, and I'm giving myself a little bit more intensity in my exercises. Other things that I have been buying, first of all, foam roller. This is like my angel. I seriously need this when I am so sore, but yeah, I need this. Now, you don't have to be sore when you work out, just to let you know, you don't have to be. I just love that feeling that the next day when I'm aching and I've got like lactic acid buildup, I feel like I've actually done some good. I've actually done something, but that's just me. That's just my personal preference. But this bone roller, if you are aching, rolling over the muscles that are sore, even though it hurts even more, it does like burst that lactic acid buildup you've got, and it's really, really good. So these are really cheap as well, but love that. I also bought myself some resistant bands because I can't take my weights over the park when my son's playing football. So I bought a load of resistant bands from Amazon. I'll link all this in the description box below for you. These start off with light to extra, extra heavy. So if there's some exercises my upper body isn't overly strong, I can use the lighter ones. I feel my legs are quite strong, so I can use the extra heavy ones. And these are great to take over a park, travel around with you if you're on a trip somewhere and you still want to exercise. These are actually really good. And the last thing I bought was my weighted vest. This is a £5 weighted vest. I probably could go heavier, but I thought £5 is good for now. Now you can buy ones that you can take weights out and add weights in, but I just couldn't afford it this time. So I just bought a £5 one. I thought when that gets a little bit light, I can buy another one, or I can save up for the one that I can add and take away weights in. But even if I have to go heavier, there are going to be times throughout my journey where I'm not going to feel as strong, especially as a woman, you know, going up to your menstrual cycle, you're not going to feel as strong some days. So going down a weight is not a failure. It's just something that you need to do. So that's what I've been doing. At the weekend, I did start my first workout over the park while my son played football. I was really nervous of doing it because obviously got all the parents that I've got to know and they're watching you and you try and go over in the corner somewhere. But I was worried they were going to judge me. I was worried they're going to make snide comments. I was just worried, but everybody was actually really nice, and a few people said you're putting us to shame and everything. And I just felt like, oh, I just got to keep in my mind that I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm doing it for me. So if I have to go and train over a park sometimes while my son plays football and people want to watch, maybe I'll inspire someone. So I feel that I can't let other people's opinions of me make me stop doing what I want to do. So I really, at the age of 42, I don't want someone to help me out of a chair when I'm 70. I still want to be spricey when I'm 70. And if my son ever has children, then I want to be able to be a grandma that can run around the park with them. You know, I don't want to be someone that just sits in a chair and can't do anything. You know, I don't want to be that kind of grandmother if I ever get there, because, you know, he might not want kids, so that's his choice. So that is what I've been doing with my movement, and I've been really, really enjoying it. And the best thing is I do weigh myself once a week, because having an ED previously, weighing myself can be quite triggering for me. But I want to keep an eye on my weight to make sure that I'm maintaining or going in the right direction. But I'm actually gaining weight. I've actually gained a few pounds. But when I look in the mirror, which I've started doing, so I used to avoid them at all costs, when I look in the mirror, after I've had a shower now, which is very scary to do, to actually look at yourself fully with no clothes on, but I'm getting there, because I feel like that's a good way of learning to love who I am and accepting who I am and accepting my body. I feel, I started seeing changes. Like I started seeing ab line. I saw an ab line. I'm starting to see my muscles in my arms starting to become a little bit more defined. The only one I'm not happy with right now is my back muscles. I've got to work on them a little bit more, but rather than beat myself up over it, I just find the exercises that I need to do that's going to train them. Fortunately, I can't go to a gym, one, because I've got my child, and two, I just can't afford it. I can't afford like £30-40 a month. I'd love to go to the gym. I'd love to get a personal trainer. Even though I'm qualified as one, I'd love to have another one to like push you. But it's just not in my budget right now. So I've got to do the best I can with what I've got. Yeah, with using the resistant bands, using the weights, I can work on those back muscles and get them nice and toned and shapely. But I'm happy with what I'm doing. I feel like I'm more energized by doing the activities. I'm looking forward to working out now, which is really good. It's like, the worst thing is, and everyone goes through the phases of when they're in their fitness journey or movement journey, that you get bored and then you don't want to work out and you feel like it's more of a chore, and you're all going to have that. But I'm looking forward to working out at the moment. I'm looking forward to getting up and getting my weights or my resistant bands or put my weighted vest on and going for a walk. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm enjoying that right now, and I'm seeing improvements in my body composition. So yes, I may have gained weight, but probably muscle, and my body composition is changing. So even though I'm keeping an eye on the scales, I'm more focused on how my body looks and how my body feels. So That's my movement journey. Let's move on to the fueling, which is the most difficult part for me because, as I said previously, I've had an ED. And I've got to be very careful because I can be triggered. And I don't feel that you really completely get over an ED because there's always could be a trigger. And if you're emotional or if something goes wrong, my first instinct is I lose all appetite and then things can go downhill from there. So I've got to be a little bit careful. Also with having an ED, I've also been scared of eating certain foods. And even though that was nearly 6 years ago that I started recovering from my ED, I still struggle with eating certain foods. There's still some fear foods that I have to work through. I'm getting much better, but it's still a challenge for me. So this is something that I need to work on. I know exactly what I've got to do. But because I've had that problem in the past, there's that voice in the head that I have to fight daily. So it's a little bit more challenging for me. But one thing I have been doing is upping my protein. Now, I started counting and tracking my protein. I don't track anything else. I didn't track my carbs, my fats, nothing. I don't want to do that. But I did track my protein. And I was only getting like 30 to 40 grams of protein a day. And I'm supposed to be getting about 90 to 120 grams of protein a day. So that needs to be upped massively. And when I first started doing that, I felt like I was getting fatter and fatter. I felt more bloated. I felt more sluggish. I felt really uncomfortable. But I just kept thinking, trust the process, because your body's not used to having this amount of protein in one go. So it's just a matter of trusting the process. And then, like I said, the other day, I got out of the shower, went into my little changing area that I have, looked in the mirror and saw that my body was starting to change. So even when you start a new meal plan, you start changing your fueling, you start fueling your body rather than starving, restricting, and doing all those things that I've done that's not healthy for you. When you actually start fueling your body correctly, your body will not like it to start with, but trust the process. After a week or two, your body starts adjusting. Your body is very clever. It's a very clever machine. So your body will start adjusting and eventually everything will go. So actually, by having more protein, my digestive system is much better, much healthier, and I'm not as bloated anymore. So a few things that I've been adding is chicken, pork mince, beef mince, fish. I've got salmon in the freezer. I also got a couple of tins of tuna. I always get it in brine, not in sunflower oil, because one, I don't like it, and two, oil is so many extra more calories. So I always get it in brine or in water. And these are only like 55p. And these got, so for half a can of this is 12 grams of protein, and I usually eat the whole can. So I'm already getting 24 grams of protein just by having a tin of salmon. So I usually have that for dinner or for lunch. That's not even salmon, is it? It's tuna. So I have that. I've also have my Greek yogurt every single morning for breakfast with fruit. And I've been adding, because I'm not getting my protein in, I've been adding some vegan protein powder. Now, I don't have the whey one because my digestive system hates it. So I got the vegan one. And again, the first time I started having this, my stomach didn't like it, but I kept going, trusted the process, and my body's now adapting to it really well. So if I just have 20 grams of this, which is basically one scoop, again, that's 20 grams of protein with my yogurt. So easily in the morning, I'm having between 30 and 40 grams of protein in the morning. Then I'm having my lunch, which again is another 20 grams of protein, and then my dinner probably about 20-30 grams of protein. So I'm still not quite where I need to be, but I'm much further along. Also been adding lentils, so like butter beans, kidney beans, red lentils, all of that into meals. I've actually got a slow cooker meal right behind the camera with red kidney beans and lentils and sweet potatoes, and basically anything that was left over in the fridge has now gone in there. So that's going to give me some more protein. And I've been having some cottage cheese. A lot of people don't like this. I much prefer quark, but quark's more expensive. This is cheaper. And I'm trying to do this on the budget. So I've got cottage cheese, which I add honey to and some fruit to, and usually some peanut butter as well, and it actually doesn't taste too bad. A lot of people like pineapple with it. I've not actually tried that, which I want to. Add blueberries in and some kiwi in or some orange pieces in, and it works a charm. So I really, really like some cottage cheese, Sometimes I have it as a snack in the evening. But that is the protein that I'm doing. I still need to up it a little bit more. I still need to add some more protein in, but I'm getting there. I'm adding in more vegetables, especially like a lot more sweet potato and raw carrot, because raw carrot is really good for the hormones as well. And my hormones are erratic being my age. So I'm adding a bit more whole foods into my diet, but I'm still treating myself. I'm still having chocolate. I'm still having some sweets. I'm just not overdoing it. And by doing that, I'm feeling much better. I still need to work on my fueling. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. I am getting there slowly. And in my other channel, which I'll talk about in a bit, I'm going to be doing a lot more on nutrition and fueling the body correctly, especially as a mum or a woman over 40. But let's talk about restoring and my mindset and my energy and all that. Now, doing the movement and fueling my body a little bit better, I do feel a bit more energized. I think the sun has something to do with it as well. The sun's coming out a little bit more now in the UK. So I think that's got something to do with rising energy, which is even better. But my energy levels are slowly starting to increase. My sleep and my stress is not great. They are two things that I'm really struggling with. I'm trying to be more in the mindset, if I can't do anything about it, why worry? Because it's all going to sort itself out anyway. Control what you can control. If you can't control it, just leave it there, because there's nothing you can do, and worry is just going to take away your peace. So I'm feeling like we're just going to leave that there. One of the big stresses I have is this house. It's not a nice house. It's moldy, it's damp, and I've got all the blame for it. Even from environmental health, I've got the blame for it, even though it's his responsibility to do. But he is a mean little man that won't do anything. And unfortunately, I'm in a tenancy, so we'll just have to keep looking for somewhere new to live for when that tenancy is up. But we live and learn. So this house is one big, massive stress, which is affecting my sleep. But I am very much in the mindset over the last few days, maybe the last week or so, whatever I can control, I control. If I can't control it, don't worry about it, because there's nothing you can do. And all worrying is going to do is disturb your peace. So that's my sleep and my stress and my energy. So by having that mindset of I'm not going to worry about what I can't control, just actually gives me a little bit more peace and gives me a little bit more energy. So other things as well is like my skin. I'm aging, people. I'm starting to see the aging, the wrinkles on my eyes, and they're sort of like something like, what's going on here? Like, what's this? Everything's changing, everything's dropping. So I'm looking more into skincare. I haven't really been a skincare person. I just wash my face, I'll put some toner on, I'll put some night cream on, and away I go. And in the morning, I wash my face, I put some toner on, I put some face cream on, and then away I go. So obviously I put makeup on, because this isn't pretty about makeup. But I have been drinking my collagen. I just got this from B&M. It's like, it's not anything special. And it works. It works really well. Obviously, I'm fueling my body, which is also helping. So I'm drinking my collagen. I'm doing a bit more skincare. So if you've got any skincare tips, do let me know in the comments, because I'm going to need them. I need them because I'm aging, people. And I still need to take a bit more care of myself. I still need to give myself a bit of a mani-pedi, and I still need to do my hair. I mean, look at this. It's terrible. But there's no grey hairs yet. Me just checking in the camera. There's no grey hairs yet. Coming at 43 this year, and I've still not got a grey hair. Touch wood. Let's not jinx anything. Touch any wood there is. Just not jinx anything at all. I still need to dye my hair. I just need to take care of myself. But one thing that I am doing, I'm spending a lot more time with my son. I spend time with him anyway. But you know what it can be like. It's busy as a mum, you know. It's taking them to school, coming home, getting all your work done, cleaning the house, doing what you need to do, going to get them, coming home, getting them to all their extracurricular activities, co-parenting with your ex-husband, who just seems to be away a lot at the moment. So I'm having him more, which is fine. I don't mind having him, he's my son. But it's just trying to navigate everything and doing all the things. Sometimes you don't get to spend as much time with your child as you want to. So, but I've been making it a bit more of a conscious effort to actually spend some time with him, sit with him, watch a movie or play football with him. And now it's getting a bit nicer. We're going to go around my mum's a bit more because she's got a bigger garden, and we can go and play in the garden a little bit more. So things are improving. I haven't just woke up one morning and life's brilliant. Life is still hard. Life is still a struggle. Life is still stressful. But by doing the things that I've been putting in place, I feel a little bit more able to handle it better. So still got a way to go. It's not all going to be sunshine and rainbows. There might be next time I jump on here, I might have had a really bad time. So we will see how things go. But that is my wellness journey update so far. I am starting another channel. It's going to be launched in April at some point. I'm going to be doing some home workouts for you. So if you can't get to the gym like me, you can't afford the gym, but you want to work out, maybe you've only got 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm going to be doing some home workouts for you. I'm also going to be on that channel talking more about fueling your body, and I'm going to be talking about the restoring and energy and sleep, and taking certain things as well. Like I take creatine now, which I can go into on my other channel, just to help you understand what's going on with your body, understand what you need to do when it comes to your nutrition. Like I said, I know what I've got to do, but because I've got those ED thoughts in my head, sometimes I can find it challenging myself. And all it is, even though I'm trained in all of this, I'm still a regular mum, a regular single mum who's trying to hold it all together and fit it all in and do everything I need to do. So I will let you know when I launch that channel, and hopefully it might benefit you. You can come over if you want to. You don't have to. It's your choice. If you Google mum stuff, budgeting stuff, cleaning hacks and all that, stay here. If you want to stay here and go to that one to help you on a wellness journey, then that will be launched in April sometime. My good friend on here, Paula, she did say that she was a little bit worried about me because obviously that's taking extra time and putting more pressure on me. But, and I agree with her completely. I actually agree with her. However, it's actually making me feel good about myself. It feels like I've got a purpose. It feels like I'm helping other people. It's something that I'm enjoying, which is giving me more energy. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna carry on doing it. So I'm gonna end the video here because I have rambled enough, and I hope that maybe you have stayed to the end and not got bored of my voice or bored of anything that I've said. And if you are still here at the end, put a love heart emoji. Don't know what this is. In the comments, so I know that you've stayed till the end of the video. If you have liked today's video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, share it with a friend if you think it will help them, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day, good evening, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys. I need to do this video next time where I'm not doing it out of my kitchen window because I keep looking up and be nosy at all the people that's going on. Anyway, I'll see you later.